Hi, I'm Greg Milken, and this is my Week 5 journal. I took the risk assessment and answered yes for more than 5 questions, which means I am at high risk for diabetes. I know this as I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes in 1972. So I've had diabetes around 43, 44 years. So it's been quite a journey. Let's talk about diabetes. Diabetes affects emotional dimensions of wellness. And one of the top ways I would say that is because you are labeled now as a diabetic, and you are also having to deal with fluctuations in glucose which affect the brain. And those can affect your moods. It can make you hungry, thirsty, irritable, tired, weak. You could lose comprehension. And I know this because I experience it on a daily basis. And it does not go away with time. In fact, it gets worse. So that's a big one in being positive when you're dealing with disease. And label yourself as healthy. I always consider myself healthy. People say, well, you have diabetes. Oh. And I say, no, I'm a healthy person. I have diabetes, but I manage my diabetes. Physical dimensions of wellness. When I was younger with diabetes, I didn't struggle as much. So if somebody were to get diagnosed later in life, they could have big trouble because they're dealing with aging and they're already diagnosed with the disease, which can cause its own issues. So that being said, we have to really be aware of that. At what age did we get it, and how can we handle it? The physical part, for me, the biggest one is the dizziness that's come in, and perhaps the effects on the brain has really been detrimental. It's really hard to deal with that. Social dimensions of wellness. Well, as I said before, people like to label you, and they like to kind of talk down to you, bully you, maybe even keep you from promoting on a job. I've had experience in all of that. And luckily I'm a strong person, and I teach other people with diabetes to be strong. That's where volunteering and finding social ways to deal with that, getting connected to other people with diabetes, getting connected to support group that's going to help you when you have the diabetes, really helps with the social dimension. I think that's huge, because for years I hid my diabetes. I didn't want anybody to know I was a weaker person because I had the wrong mindset. And that's so important in wellness, that we keep that good mindset. Let's look at the reduced risks of type 2 diabetes by eating healthy, exercising, and not smoking. I am going to be a little contradictory on the fact that many type 2s now are actually in really good shape. I have friends in the military, etc. So it is kind of unusual. And some of the new research that I'm learning from a very prominent doctor is that diabetes makes you fat. It can make you fat, and insulin is a fat hormone. It stores all that. So exercising, eating, and not smoking are going to help, because it's going to protect the blood vessels. We're nutritional machines. We need to put in healthy live food with enzymes and all the good stuff. We can't just eat box food and stuff that's not alive. We need the stuff that feeds our bodies in every cell. And when you have diabetes, you can have gastro problems, so you might not absorb that, so you might need to supplement or just eat a lot better. Smoking is so bad. It makes me heartbroken when I see people smoke that have diabetes, because the glycation, the aging of the cells, and the constricting of the vessels, it's just going to get worse and worse. It's just something that's just terrible. So doing that's going to help you reduce type 2 diabetes. Type 1 diabetes has impacted my personal wellness by, well, I think as I've aged, it's gotten to be more of a struggle. When I had better hormone activity when I was younger, I could exercise more, I could exercise harder. So I think it's just a combo effect, like I talked before. It's affected my personal wellness by causing me to have downtime, causing me to have longer rest periods, balancing out where, today I just got home, it was 114 today, and I am hurting, and I was dizzy, and I was trying to save other people's lives from going up the mountain and handing out water, but every second of it, I use techniques to stay cold, ice packs, but it still just drains me physically with diabetes. It's the most difficult time in my life, I think, right now, and I'm trying to get past that. But overall, It's just affected, causing me to have surgeries. Had a heart issue, pacemaker in 2011. That I all believe is diabetes connected. It's just too many blood sugars, ups and downs, and we didn't have the testers back then, so it's really changed a lot. And I think young diabetics can stay healthier, and older diabetics. I currently control my diabetes through exercise, diet, constant. I probably prick my fingers 20 to 30 times a day because I won't drive without knowing my blood sugar. If I feel unusual at all, I have to test. That's the first thing you go to. It's test the blood. So we do have a new tester coming out, and it doesn't have to be finger pricks, and I'm looking forward to all the kids and people getting that. And that's a good way to control your diabetes, is to know your blood sugar all the time, which is hard when you sleep, but we're getting the technology, so we have a lot of good things to look forward to. I also control it through stress relievers, as we spoke before. Just, relaxing, thinking positive music, talking to my kids, talking to my wife, even having lovely texts that say I love you to each other. That really helps me control my diabetes, because it makes me remember that I'm valuable to somebody. So let me cut out of here with the last one I think I do, is I sleep. I must get sleep, and I must eat properly, and I don't smoke, and I don't drink heavy and that kind of stuff that's really going to hurt you. And I really watch my emotions. So thanks for listening to Week 5's journal on the risks of diabetes, and here's to your health. Have a great week.